If you ask me, do I want to be president? I will tell you no. You ask me why. I'll say, I cannot be a good president in a country like this. We have got too many things dividing us that I don't want to get involved in. First, I'm not a Christian, I'm not a Muslim. So who wants to, my views in that respect will not help. Not maybe will not help, but it will cause too much chaos in government. The Christians will be shouting that is blah blah. The Muslims will be making noise. I'm not ready for all that. But then you ask me, can I make 150 million people happy? I don't think it's possible. But I can make 150 people happy playing good music, which is what I truly and I love doing most, which is what I want to do.
Now let's talk about the energy when you're playing.
Yes.
Where do you get that energy from?
My life depends on it. So simple. And the determination to excel and succeed. And coming from giving no, that energy started from beginning. If there's a video, there's so talk and no action. Everybody used to laugh at that video, but it was just full of dance and energy. And I say, well, you want to kill yourself? But I felt that this fast pace and a lot of energy was the gimmick or the key to opening my life. But Nigerians didn't like it. Everybody was, your music is too fast, we can't hear what you are saying, blah, 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 blah. So the first album was a flop. The second album was a flop, a kind of flop, till Wonder Wonder. But Wonder Wonder was now released by a sister company of Motown. Motown came to Nigeria, and so this was when Nigerians said to say, this is not the Femi that, then bang, bang, bang. And it has been great since then. But I mean, that fast pace, that energy was always the gimmick of my presentation, so to say.
So we can't attribute the energy to anything.
No. At the time Positive Force started, I'd stopped smoking. I stopped smoking in 1984. The day my father was arrested was the day I called my girlfriend in. She was in New York. Tuti was her name. And I said, I'm stopping to smoke. And she was, please get out. You that you can smoke how many joints in a day? You are telling me. And I could smoke 2 packets of Marlboro a day. And I said, I'm stopping to smoke. She said, why? I said, because my father is locked up and I want to take my life seriously. But nobody believed me. But I remember, it was, I think, September 1984, I stopped smoking. And I didn't start again till after the death of my sister. This was in 1999, where I said to get problems, and I just said, and I don't want to tell you who gave it to me because I don't want to put anybody into trouble. But somebody just said, I saw somebody smoke, I said, well, just give me Joe. And I just said, taking a base, baby. Then I stopped again I stopped in 2000 and, I started like 1999, and I stopped in 2004 again.
How that challenge you had,
Yeah.
how did you overcome it?
Of smoking?
No, not smoking.
Or what?
I mean, when you had the issue with your wife, your friends, everything.
Of taking most of the blame as well. I said taking, like my wife's problem, I could have gone out, if I didn't, I think by keeping quiet, I managed to meditate and think and take a lot of the blame. Maybe my way of presenting my life to my friends was wrong. Maybe, so yes, my wife wronged me, but of course I must have wronged her. So I didn't just say, you are guilty, it's your fault, get out. I said to say, okay, even if I'm going to even totally blame her, we have a son. Do I really truly love my son that I don't want this marriage or breakup to affect him? Yes. Am I ready to die for my son? Yes. Do I want him to excel? Yes. All these things true. When I ask myself those questions, yes. So if his mother comes one day and says, Femi, hello, will I say get out of my life? No. Will I? So slowly, I believe I was the one that even made the first call that, won't you come and visit? Come and see your son. There's nothing between us, but it's your child. Let's share this. He needs his mother. So, likewise, I did that with many of the cases I was facing that at the end of the day, we are all going to die. Why do I want to live a troubled life? So I took most of the blame on most of the issues. And I think that made me more patient, more tolerant, more peaceful. So people just sit and say, we expect you to be so angry and ga 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 ga. What's your problem? And I will say, what's the point? There's no wahala. We have enough wahala in this life. See, we have no electricity. Nothing is working in Nigeria. See the plane crash, blah, 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 blah. Remember there was a time planes were crashing at one time. Oh, it was Bellevue, ADC, blah, blah. We have been going through so much turmoil in this country that we don't need all these extra problems in our life, which is the same thing with my kids now. Where I have my problems with their mothers, but one thing we understand is I will not accept any mother to take her grievances out on another kid that is not her own, or blah, 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 blah. Whatever the problem is, let us sort it out amongst. Because these kids are going to have their problems when they grow up. They are going to have problems of education. They are going to have to study. They are going to have to become great people. They are going to have the problem of this heritage of, which is not just their father, but their grandfather. And people will be asking them, so you are the grandchildren of Fela, of Miss Funmilayo, of blah, blah, blah. They are already going to be stressed kids. We don't need to compound their lives. If we understand it, we need to be good parents towards them, and we need to show love to these kids. And that's the way I go.
Your music, it is world-renowned. But,
Thank you.
Over the years, you've been passed over at the Grammys. Would you say it's because of the political views, or what would you say to that?
At the first time I was nominated, everybody was so sure I was going to win because I had the biggest company on my side, Universal. And Universal signed me to MCA, which was so big in America. Everybody was so sure. So I left to win, and they didn't. And I had just sacked my French manager. Now, the company that signed me in France didn't tell the company in America that they had dropped me. And when it just became that I've been nominated and Femi is nominated, blah, 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 the company quickly alerted the American company that, you didn't know, you're not supposed to promote him anymore. We dropped him. So when I arrived the red carpet, there was nobody to meet me. I went with a lawyer friend of mine. I said, we're here alone. They're not going to give me this Grammy. He says, impossible. This is yours. Everybody knows it. I've made calls. You go. I said, when you don't have your company backing you, you can't win this. It's political. Whether you like it or not, you cannot. You want me to just walk into the awards and they'll just give me because who am I? No company. See, we reached the red carpet. Nobody to meet us. Normally when I arrive Europe or America, there's a limousine waiting for me. We arrived. Taxi gun wasn't waiting for me. I arrived with no money because I was so sure they were going to be. So I had to call my friend that I'm stranded in Kennedy. And they helped me. This girl from Zimbabwe, she used to work at the United Nations because I became an ambassador for United Nations. So this girl made all the arrangements for me with a Zambian crowd in this club to fund my living in New York till the Grammys ended. So after that, I was so sure and heartbroken when I didn't win that. I started to think again that, is this what I wanted at the beginning of my life? No. I never thought of winning any award. I just wanted to be a good musician. I wanted to love what I was doing. So I reversed my thinking. If any award comes, good. If I don't win, good. Now I've won so many awards already. Kora, World Music, all the Nigerian awards possible. And when I got it, when I picked those awards, I didn't feel great. I didn't feel over happy. I didn't feel nothing special happened in my life. So it didn't make any difference to me. Now, because it's such a big deal in Nigeria, I don't know why, but if Nigerians told me you are our great son, I think I probably would be more happy than anything else than winning the Grammy. Why should we wait for the Grammy before Nigerians recognize that I've done well all my life? Is it the Grammy that should tell us that I'm a good musician? Should we wait for the Grammy to tell us that we are great people? Should we wait now? And then, so many reasons I can give you why I'm not enthusiastic like they want me to be. But I am very happy that I'm recognized in the corridors of that entertainment industry, which is the most powerful entertainment industry in the world. To be nominated, I know what it means. For the Grammy to say, out of 7,000 albums, you are one of the nominees. It's a big deal. They will give you a gold medal. I have 3 now. They will give me a gold medal that you have been nominated. It's just that gold gongo they haven't given me. And I probably will win it one day. And they will make a big deal out of. But I don't want people to get carried away of the Grammys. My life wasn't about the Grammys. My life was about what I was singing. We want electricity. We want good government. We want healthcare for our people. We want affordable education where the plumber's child can become a pilot if he wants to be. Sincerely, not through Koni way, but sincerely, all schools will get equal education where the house help self, your house help, who has served you all his life, his or her child, can, if his or her child becomes better, if his or her child is a better doctor than your child, give it to him. Probably he will save your life one day. And that is the way I believe a country should be run. And that is what my music and my life was and is about.
And is our politics moving towards that direction?
No. No, unfortunately not. Right now, nursery 1, for a good education for your child, you are talking of a minimum of 100,000 naira. Tell me the taxi driver that will afford that. Tell me the house help that can afford that. Tell me the carpenter that will afford that. Tell me the average Nigerian that will afford that for 2-3 children. So, what you have is some big wigs have started private universities that who is their children going there. And then the majority, the masses will always be in their majority, and they will always, your children will always be the envy of these people. So the robbers will always attack you. And then your own children don't want to even stay in Nigeria. They all want to go to America or England. So they are going to all these big schools to do and live their lives in America. So they can start, I'm going to America tomorrow. My father, blah, blah, blah. Why should it not be, I'm going to be a great man in our, why should Africa not be the envy of the world? Why should we not be able to drive a car from Lagos to Johannesburg? Like you can drive from New York to Boston or anywhere. You can drive from Europe to anywhere. You see, I've been blessed to see the world. And when I go, I just get angry when I come back. When I travel and you are looking down from the plane at how organized these countries are, and don't get me wrong, they have their problems. But when you start arriving Nigeria, when you are landing at Muritala Mohammed Airport and you look down, you will just see chaos. And you are like, then the first thing, maybe you arrive, NEPA will just take light at the airport, begin. And everyone say, welcome to Nigeria. Why can't it be? Is it that we are not talented? We know we are gifted. We know the best lawyers in the world are Nigerians. We know the best Nigerians in the world are Nigerians. At least Africans. I mean, Kenyans are winning gold medals. We are not, it's not like we are second. We are a species of the human race that is cursed, like some people believed. I don't believe so. There are great black people that have excelled that. And then a very good example is Obama. See the way he talks fluently. He has learned that English. He has got pass mark in his universities, and he's not the only one. He's just fortunate to become the president of America. There are people that are Africans that are better spoken than him, better gifted in their professions than him, and can handle situations too in their respective jobs. So you want to tell me this continent of Africa cannot be, with all the resources we have, diamonds, gold, uranium, blah, blah, quota, should not be the greatest place to be on the face of this earth? I strongly believe that should be the case. And if I die, anytime I die, I want them to finish their education, so I can't have any more. And unfortunately, I told you of the charity work I did of those 4 kids that are not my own. If I don't finish their university level, people will think I'm selfish again, and you know how people just talk. So I want to finish, but now I have my own that I need to make sure they are okay. So I can't have more than 6.